Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome back to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight, we will be continuing Animorphs number 3 by K.A. Applegate. What is he doing here? Cassie asked in a low, frightened whisper. I guess he just came to oversee this trip. Maybe it's because they let that guy get away. He's here to kick butt on his boys, Marcos said, trying to sound tough. They screwed up, and now he's here to make sure they don't do it again. It doesn't really matter why he's here, I pointed out. He's here, and there are extra Horcrux here, and the whole crowd is way nervous. One of the Horcruxes conned a deer that just happened to be walking by. A deer? Cassie cried. Those stupid jerks! Deer never hurt anyone! The plan was for you to sneak down to the water, morph as soon as you got there, and head out for the ship's water intake pipe. I reminded them. It was always a dangerous plan, but now it's impossible. 4 of you walking down the water, then morphing? That's not going to happen. Not as alert as these guys are now. Not with Fisher 3 hanging around. Marco agreed. I disagree. It was Rachel. I think we should still try this. Look, if we pull this off, if we manage to get inside that ship and disable the cloaking device while they're over the city, this whole thing will be over. Jake jumped in to support her. We've always said if there was just some way to show the world what was happening, well, this is the way. This would be way too big for the controllers to cover up. I don't care what they are. Even if the mayor and the governor and the entire police force were controllers, they couldn't cover up something like this. Jake, you're not listening. I'm telling you, there's no way you 4 can cruise down to the lake. You'll be dead before you take 5 steps. For a while, no one spoke. It was Cassie who finally broke the silence. There may be a way, she said. See, fish can survive out of water for a couple of minutes, and the fish we're morphing is small. She looked at me. Small enough for a red-tailed hawk to carry. Well, that idea got everyone's attention, I can tell you. Excuse me? Marco shrilled. Are you saying you want me to not just morph into fish, but to morph into fish out of water and then be carried through the air by a bird? Cassie bit her lip. I'm just saying it could work. It would work, Jake said. He and Rachel exchanged a slightly insane look that said, okay, let's try it. No way, I said. You guys are crazy. No offense, but this raises the danger level way beyond what it was to start with. I know it's dangerous, Jake said, but we may never get a chance this good. Marco whined. I argued, but in the end it was 3 against 2. Besides, Jake was right. We had a chance to seriously mess up the Yerks. I have watched Marco morph into gorilla, Rachel become an elephant and a shrew and a cat, Cassie become a horse, and Jake become a tiger and a flea. Man, was that weird. But this was the first time anyone had tried morphing into an animal that lived in water. Cassie insisted on going first. It was my idea, she pointed out. She did not point out that she was also the best morpher. If you feel like you're suffocating, you have to back out of the morph, Jake told her. He took her hand. Are you listening to me? You have to back out. If it gets bad, you can't pass out halfway into a morph. Cassie smiled. I will. Don't worry about me. She closed her eyes and began to concentrate. I've told you that Cassie is always the best at controlling a morph. She has an almost artistic talent where she can make it all look kind of cool and not so gross. But not this time. As I watched, her hair disappeared completely. Her skin began to harden, like it was coated with varnish or something, like she had been dipped in clear plastic. Her eyes swung around to the side of her head. Her face bulged out into a huge mouth that gaped and seemed to be blowing invisible bubbles. As this happened, she was shrinking, but not fast enough. I could still see every nightmare change in her body, though the way her legs shriveled up, smaller and smaller, till her legless body fell to the ground. From her lower back, her body stretched out, elongated. Ugh! Rachel cried. A tail had just suddenly spurted from Cassie's behind. A fishtail. Now her varnished-looking skin cracked and split into a million scales. Her ears were gone. Her arms were shriveling. She was no more than 2 feet long, lying helpless, a monster on the floor of the cave. So far I'm fine, she said, but her thought speech was shaky. Still breathing with my lungs. But at that moment, 2 slits appeared in her neck. Gills. Ah! She cried. Cassie, pull out of it. Jake cried in an urgent whisper. No, almost done. Tobias. I'm ready, I said grimly. She was tiny now, less than a foot long. All that was left of her human body were 2 very tiny doll hands. They made little fins. Cassie flopped wildly, her mouth gasped silently. Go, Jake said. I closed careful talons around Cassie's squirming fish body, aimed for the small sliver of sky that I could see through the cave's opening, and flapped my powerful wings. I burst out of the cave into fresh air. Are you okay, Cassie? Fish mind, Bannicky, water! Water now! Hang in there. You've been through this before. You know how it is when you first go into a morph. You have to get control of the fish's instincts. Water! Water! I can't breathe! I was about 10 feet up, racing for the water's edge. Suddenly below me, a Hork-Bajir. He looked up and saw me. A bird with a fish in his talons. I doubted the Hork-Bajir would realize that red tails don't catch fish. At least I hoped he wouldn't. I swooped down over the water. The huge Yerk ship was just lowering its intake pipes into the water. I dropped behind a stand of trees that hugged the shoreline. Get ready, I warned Cassie. I let her go like one of those old World War II planes dropping this torpedo. She hit the water with a small splash. Are you all right? No answer. Cassie, I said, are you all right? Yeah, she said at last. I'm here. Are you dealing with the fish okay? Again, no answer. Then, whoa, cool. I'm underwater. I relaxed. Yes, you sure are underwater, I said with a laugh. I was scared, she admitted. I know this sounds crazy, but I just keep seeing myself fried with a wedge of lemon and some tartar sauce. And that is it for this chapter. Oh, God. It's like, hey, they were already having a shitty day, and it just becomes worse. I love Marco, though. Just like, he's like, okay, this is insane. This whole plan is fucking insane, and it's interesting to note that Marco and Tobias, two opposites personality-wise, were exactly on the same page. Like, no, we gotta leave now. This is not gonna work. So yeah. God damn. I'm just thinking of what happens later on in the book, and just like, yeah. This. Oh shit! I practiced reading for tomorrow's chapter, and I just nearly just gave away spoilers for next chapter. Cause I'm smart. But back to this chapter, Cassie, always the best morpher. Yeah, she couldn't make that look good. It pops up a couple times throughout the series of, oh, Cassie usually great morpher. Oh, this is disgusting. No one can help with that. Yeah. And if you want to discuss this chapter or previous chapters and books with me, please comment below. Just be aware I don't do major spoilers on this channel, just because I'm hoping if someone's starting to get into Animorphs that they can watch these videos, and I wouldn't want anything really big to be spoiled, because if you have read the series, you know there are definitely some big fucking spoilers that it would suck if you had known them beforehand. And, and if you do want to talk spoiler talk with me, if you're watching this on the YouTubes, link in the description to my Tumblr Ask box where you can just discuss very major spoilers with me. Like, let's talk about Jake and Cassie. Let's do that. Oh god. And if you are one of those people that have got the sad misfortune of getting to my YouTube channel, and you're like, hey, this Animorphs thing, that seems sort of neat. Where do I buy my copy? Well, if you're watching this on the YouTubes, link is in the description, and if you're watching this on my bloggity blog, and that is under the video. And both places will take you to where you can buy your own lovely copy of Animorphs number 3, The Encounter by K. Applegate. And if you watch this dramatic reading, you're like, I would really love it if Jashikins read my ebook or my fan fiction. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, link in the description. And if you're watching this on my blog, link up there. And both, links will take you to where you can find out about the prizes, what I do, what I don't do. So, come on, it'll be fun. Let's see. I think I've covered everything there. And oh yeah, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I need attention. I don't get enough attention in real life, so I come here to get all the attention and respect I believe I deserve. Now let's see, real life. Nothing really exciting happened, which is a good thing. And Rev Resner does text me multiple times throughout the day, usually, and then we call each other and talk to each other. And he's currently living in the house. He's just going to get prepared enough for me that I can move in. And so I got a lovely sort of non-update today. It was like, yeah, nothing got done. It's like, shit. Like, I just want things, hurry up so I can just move. But there's no internet, so there is a Drippers, a little vape bar we like to go to. And there's free internet there. Buy like a coffee or something and ta-da. But blogging takes a while. It's not, if I only had 4 or 5 hours, sometimes I'm actually working up until 5 a.m. Like some nights I have that where it's like I get maybe not even a minute break before I'm like, okay, I now have to head to bed. So it's, yeah. Plus, I wouldn't like to do these live recordings there. For Animorphs, I guess it's sort of fine. I just have to grow with it not being so awkward. But the Game of Thrones fanfic, if you're keeping up with those dramatic readings, yeah, some of the shit I say there, I read there, not saying that shit out in public. At least, yeah, not public, so yeah. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, Rev Resner had to get a Netflix account because the one we were sort of borrowing from someone, their luck ran out with that one, so Good news is that if I want to watch Netflix, I can, I believe, now stream through my laptop, so that's good. may may test that out later. I during the weekend last week, and I took some stuff to the new house, and one of those things were all my DVDs and Blu-rays. So I don't actually have any of my own movies here. So yeah, the Netflix thing would be really good. Now is now the segment is for well wishes, where I say my hopes, basically. Hopes these people are doing well. So, and usually what happens is I drink some sake, and you can join in by drinking your favorite alcohol or liqueur or whatever the fuck's lying around. Or if you don't drink alcohol, drink non-alcoholic beverages like water or milk or a variety of things. But as in last video, I finally finished this off, and I do not want to open the new bottle of sake now because I want to wait till I actually move. I think it would be sort of special the first time drinking sake. No, first time drinking the new bottle of sake. I mean, I've already drank sake. It's nothing new. I want it to be at the new house. I don't know if I'll be opening, and the first time I'll be drinking will be during a Jash reads. It might be while watching a movie. So yeah. So I'll just be drinking some water this time until I actually make the move. So, well wishes. I hope that everyone's health is doing well, so there's no complications, no medical bullshit to go through. I I hope that my move goes smoothly, and I'm double checking for the well wishes, because you can send your own well wishes in. Just comment below and they'll be read next episode. It's just I'm not used to getting them, and I might accidentally. Okay. Okay, no well wishes. Good. I didn't miss anything. Okay. So let me begin again. Very professional here, very professional. So first off, I hope everyone's health is doing well, so you don't have to get involved in some medical bullshit. I hope that the move goes smoothly. I don't need any more stress than I have to endure. I hope that every problem that's, going on with the house now, and it's merely because it's newly built, first people to move in, so there's always going to be, the little kinks to work out. And I hope those kinks are worked out fast, not just so I can move in quickly, but because it's stressing Rev Resner out. Like it's stressing my fiance out, which means I, in turn, get to borrow his stress. Yeah. And let's see. Mine's drawing a blank. So either I had no more well wishes planned, or I'm going to remember the well wishes right after I end in this little episode. One or the other. So this is really going to be awkward. Not having sake. Of course, awkward the first time. I didn't use my special shot glass that Dad accidentally destroyed, and then I had to find out about it myself because he didn't tell me. But I'm not still bitter about that after like a year, so not bitter at all. But cheers. Yay! So, next episode will be more of Animorphs #3, The Encounter by Kay Applegate, and it will air tomorrow around 2 a.m. So again, next episode will be more of Animorphs #3, The Encounter by Kay Applegate, and will air tomorrow around 2 a.m. And I want to say thank you to all of the fans that are coming and complimenting me, and because it's actually really really strange, but it's the good kind of strange. So I thank you, and I hope you continue watching. And until next video, goodbye.